Hello, this is Astrid. This message is for Leo's sun, moon, or rising for the week of June 10th to June 21st. So we'll just take a look at what you can expect this week, as well as any messages that Spirit has for you. So we'll go ahead and take a look at your card. It is the Map Maker of Destiny, Authentic Purpose, Transformation, and Free Will, number 24. So I feel like some of you are going to be taking a closer look. You're going to be taking a closer look, examining things, reevaluating things. You are creating a new path for yourself. You are realizing in some ways that you kind of were not being true to who you wanted to be. You weren't necessarily realizing that you were free to do and make your own decisions. So this is kind of like you have recently been kind of freed from maybe a expectation or a circumstance, and now you can kind of rewrite your direction, your path, and just a message from Spirit saying that it's okay to change your mind and that you are in control of your destiny. You are in control of where you are going, and that you are divinely protected as well. They want you to know that you are divinely protected. There's also a message here of maybe keeping things to yourself. Not sharing them with everybody. There might be some people in your life that are kind of naysayers, or maybe a little bit too much pessimistic people in your life. And so it would be wise to maybe keep some things to yourself, to not share necessarily everything with everyone until it happens, right? Just so that that energy can stay so positive around you. So keep maybe some things secret. Also with your finances, you might be noticing an increase in your finances. And so don't tell everybody, because then you're going to have people who want to maybe take advantage of that a little bit. So maybe keep some things to yourself, especially to do with finances. So I'm also noticing like around me, my background noise is getting a little bit louder, and I feel like that might be true for you as well. You might be feeling a little bit distracted, like you're trying to work and there's distractions. And so if you see like in this card too, like he's out in a garden maybe, or outside by himself. And so that's a message from Spirit as well, is to kind of find a place for yourself, a sanctuary for yourself where you can receive those messages, where you can plan, where you can write. Some of you might be writers. Some of you, so some of you might be, or even just writing in a journal. Some of you might be working on, even some of this could be like schoolwork, like maybe you're doing summer school things, or trying to write a paper for something. But whatever it is, just taking time for yourself and going to a place where you can don't necessarily have a lot of distractions. Some of you may also have recently realized that you had difficulties paying attention, difficulties focusing. So you are learning maybe new teas to drink, or some type of, it feels very alternative though. It feels very like natural ways of helping you to focus. But some of this could also be just techniques, things that are helping you to focus. So let's go ahead and take a look at your cards. We have the Six of Swords, the Strength card. So your card came through in your reading, Leo. That's so cool. The Sun card and Ace of Pentacles. Yes, like I said, a lot of you have some abundance coming in. You have an increase in your finances. And and the world is going to be watching you. People are going to, your world, a lot of people. And you're going to be seeing more this week, especially. And it's going to be busy, people coming and going. And you're going to want to make sure, like I said, to take time for yourself. The Six of Swords is kind of leaving things behind. I feel like you recently maybe left behind some friends or some workplaces or some things that no longer serve you. And now you are stepping into a new territory, a new environment. Yeah. So some of you have already kind of done this. You already kind of left behind things that don't serve you. Maybe you've even moved to a new environment that is more conductive and more peaceful. Maybe you've ended something that was not very peaceful and you've just moved on. I do feel like these people, like if you recently had a breakup or if you recently kind of moved on from a different company or even friends, they're kind of still looking at your social media. They're kind of spying on you a little bit. Nothing to be concerned about, but there's people watching you. There's people paying attention to you. And so that's why not everybody might necessarily have your best intention. And even if it's not like malicious, I mean, they might just take advantage of you, right? Or they might just expect you to. I feel like some of you are very caring and they see you as very strong and very stable. And so they might want to take advantage of that as well. And they don't even necessarily realize that they're doing it, okay? They don't always realize that they are taking advantage of the fact that you are such a strong person, taking advantage of the fact that you are so wise. I feel like a lot of you are very wise and very, you could even be like a counselor or a teacher, somebody, you're just, people look to you for guidance and you don't mind guiding them, but you also need to have time for yourself. And you're switching up your direction here. You're switching up a career. You're switching up a path. You're switching up maybe even friend groups. You're just changing things a little bit. You're going into a different category. And that also connects with Saturn being retrograde. A lot of us are switching up our friendships and our organizations and what we're involved in. As Saturn has gone retrograde in Aquarius, we've realized that things don't necessarily align with us anymore. But for you in particular, Leo, that's very true. You're kind of like going where people notice you more as well. But and because you're being more authentic and you're stepping into your power, you're shining, and people are really embracing that even more and seeing that. And like I said, you have that abundance coming in, a lot of joy and happiness this week. But just like I said, remember to take things for yourself or take time for yourself. And you can definitely share that you're doing good with people or whatever, but some things you might just want to kind of keep on the down low, keep to yourself for a while. Especially if it's something that like, let's say you receive news of something, but you haven't technically received it yet. Maybe wait to share it until it's actually happened, until you've actually signed the paperwork. And I wouldn't advise, and that also as a message, I wouldn't sign any paperwork until after June 18th, even like June 20th, because we are still in post shadow phase of Mercury retrograde. So I would wait. If you can wait, I would. If you can't, just be very wise in what you're reading, pay attention. But if you can wait till after that, till like later on in June, that would probably be advisable. However, but yeah, so until, it's concrete, until you have it in your hands, until it all the way goes through, I would wait to maybe share it. And even then, you don't have to share all the details with everybody. You have a right to keep things to yourself, just like you have a right to keep your energy for yourself as well. So take time for yourself this week, Leo, and have a wonderful week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.